Hi friends, it's Amber. Welcome back to my channel. I am about to go out, get work done, start my day, but I just kind of wanted to chat, and I figured the easiest way to do that right now would just to be do a quick get ready with me. So this is a get ready with me. I'm just kind of tidying things up a little, straightening up my room, getting my second cup of coffee for the day in. I feel like it's going to be a multiple cup of coffee kind of day, and I know that in order for me to really focus, I have to just get out of the house. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to a coffee shop and get some work done, go check out a friend, check in on her. But I kind of want to just go through some of my skincare routine and my everyday makeup. I'm definitely not the girl that does her makeup every day, but I do think that there's something to be said for wanting to add a little something extra to your look and feel all tied together when you leave the house. So that's what I'm gonna do today. Alright, so all I've done to my face so far is wash it. I use the Youth to the People Kale and Green Tea Spinach Vitamin Superfood Cleanser. It's a big title. I have the small travel size right now. Guys, I can honestly say this cleanser is the truth. I've loved using it. It's just packed with all these great antioxidants and superfoods, and honestly after you wash your face, you have such a glow to your skin. I love it. Your skin is really refreshed and very clean, but not stripped and dry. My skin just feels super soft, and I've been doing a little extra on the skincare front for the past couple of days because I'm shooting some photos next weekend for an exciting launch. So I'll talk about that as I get into my toner. The toner I'm using is one that I've only used once before. It's the Ren Clean Skincare. They are an all cruelty free. I'm pretty sure all their products are vegan as well, brand. And I just got this. I had points at Sephora because Sephora gives you no money off, but they will give you more small products. It's the Ready Steady Glow Daily AHA Toner Tonic. And I'm going to tone with that and then talk about stuff. I don't have much of a plan for the chit chat part of this video, so we're just going to flow together and see where we end up. So yeah, next weekend, next Sunday, I am shooting photos for my merch, which is very exciting. Made by Amber is launching with 3 designs that I've worked super hard on, and I hope you all love. I teased one out on Instagram and Twitter, and honestly I did not expect to get such a positive reaction so soon. I mean, I'm very grateful that I did, but it just was really unexpected. And I always get nervous before I launch anything, before I launch the book club, before I launch this YouTube channel, before I launch my rebranded blog. I always get nervous that that's going to be the moment where people, and that's just my imposter syndrome kicking in, but the moment that people are going to be like, what is this girl even doing? I don't know, but I'm always just nervous that I won't get the support. And a part of me is at a point where I'm not afraid to fail, but I do wish I would get over the expectation that I'm going to fail because it's unnecessary. And I typically have a good pulse on what you guys want to see. Even some brands I've been pitching, I'm working on a couple of collaborations that I'm really excited about, and I go to pitch brands and there's always that moment where I'm like, oh, they're totally gonna tell me no because I have too small of a following or whatever, and it usually all pans out. So I'm working on getting over that level of my imposter syndrome and just kind of embracing that I kind of have a good thing going here. But anyway, I'm actually wearing one of the reject designs from my launch. This one is the Boundary shirt. So there's 3 designs, and each of the designs kind of aligned with what I consider the main 3 pillars of my brand, which are mental health and wellness, creativity, and the books, obviously. So this shirt this is an old design that I scrapped. It's the same message, but old design. So this one says, but first honor my boundaries. The actual final design just says, but first boundaries, period. It's really cute. It is still in this chocolate brown color. I can't wait to show you guys all the finals. But yeah, so next weekend I'm gonna shoot the photos for them so that I can get the site up with all of the product and you guys can start pre-ordering. I'm just going in with my Vitamin C Daily Face Serum by Radiance Labs, another good product. I actually found this at Marshall's, I think, or on Amazon. It's really good. It gives you a nice little glow and your skin a little bit more moisture. If you are in the market for skincare recs, please follow my good friend Brittany on her skincare Instagram. She launched it a couple of months ago. She's already at like 1,500 followers. I'm so proud of her. But she posts amazing, beautiful shots. And she's always up on like the latest products and giving great tips and reviews, and I trust her. I know that she would never promote a brand that was not only good as in like good product quality, but also good as in good for humanity. Like, because you know, a lot of these brands are out here just kind of being uninclusive, and it's hard to support. It's hard as a consumer to be on top of what products are good for you and what companies are also doing good, and I think she does a great job of making that easy to find. So I will include it on the screen. I will also link her Instagram in the description box. She also has a monthly newsletter where she sends out like skincare info and tips and good stuff like that. So just follow Brittany. She's been in one of my a vlogger 2 before, and she's just incredible. So support her. But yes, in prepping for this Made by Amber launch, which I still don't know how I feel about this hashtag name, but it's on the tags, so I guess we're doing it, has been very insightful. Let me backtrack. This 2019 has been very insightful. I have learned more about myself in this past 10 months of the year than I feel like I have in my 26 years on planet Earth. A lot of that has to do with going to therapy. Like, the majority has to do with going to therapy. But in going to therapy, I think a lot of people, and I'm one of them, had this revelation or have this like preconceived ideal that you go to therapy with your like set list of issues in mind. Like, I want to work on X, Y, and Z. These are the things that are holding me back. But you really realize that X, Y, and Z are symptoms of something that you've totally not been like validating in your life. Oh, what I just put on is the Glossier Bubble Wrap. Also really love this product. They market it as an under eye and lip plumper. I don't really use it on my lips because I don't see the point, but it's great under the eye. I remember in one therapy session, my therapist told me, she was like, you have to be comfortable with reaching a point where you acknowledge that you have to kind of get to know yourself outside of these symptoms that you've let define you for so long. Like, if you had some childhood drama like we all do, or a bad breakup, or if you've just been really mean to yourself, whatever your issue may be, you have to get to that point where you're kind of like, who am I outside of that? And I feel like I'm getting to that point where I'm really getting to know me a lot more intimately. All right, my last little skincare thing, I'm, as you can see, a super simple skincare kind of girl. It's gonna be this Daily Hydration Moisturizer by e.l.f. I kind of like tried this on a whim because it's like, you know, it's e.l.f. It's pretty cheap skincare, but I'm actually quite impressed with the products that I tried. I've tried their toner, I've tried their super cleanser. It comes like an orange bottle, and I've tried this moisturizer, and I'm pleasantly surprised. For the price point, I think they actually are decent products. So if you are like trying to get your skin popping on a budget, I recommend trying out those e.l.f. products. They have a few skincare lines at this point, I think, but those are the only products that I've tried and liked. But yeah, so like I said, I've been really just thinking about like getting to know myself more, understanding myself more, understanding the things that shape my decision making more, especially when it comes to the kind of friend I am, how I position myself in relationships, how I show up as an employee, like where does all this stem from, and really honing in on what do I want, especially when it comes to relationship, especially when it comes to the work that I'm doing. So as far as like what I figured out on the relationship front, I think I've just figured out that like I need to step back a little bit. I don't think I'm quite ready to just be, I don't know, I think I'm still figuring out a lot of stuff on the what do I want my like future relationship to look like. But I have been blown away by what I have discovered by talking to me about what I want my life to look like career-wise. And it's always been easier for me to figure things out career-wise than personally, because it's so much easier to think about your career, because like it's just work, right? But we work, especially me, I work so much, it's like the lines definitely get blurred, and that's a whole other thing. I'm sorry this is kind of ranty and rambly. Like I said, there was no agenda for this. We just kind of woke up and decided to get ready with the people. In 2019, I have pretty much completely stepped back from doing like one-on-one client work, and I don't think I've ever been happier. I just got to a point where I realized I hated it. Well, hate is a strong word that I'm honestly trying to say less, but I just didn't like how I felt when I would come home, and I was already coming home from a full-time job to work on my side projects, but then I was coming home from my full-time job to work on my side projects and someone else's oftentimes side projects, and it just wasn't feeding me the same was at first. And I think it was hard to step back in the beginning because that was a good source of extra income for me. It was really easy for me to make an extra like $1,000 a month if I just had like a couple of clients. And to be like transparent about what I was doing, I would do a lot of like content development. So like people needed graphics or content or copy for social media, I would write that and provide that, or like website copywriting or like ghostwriting for websites and stuff like that. And it was pretty easy money, but it was sucking the energy out of me and not leaving a ton of time for me to focus on my own content. Like I couldn't go home and write a bunch of copy for someone else and then schedule my own posts for social or take my own photos. I was doing a lot of freelance photography. Well, not a lot, but I did a good amount of freelance photography for a while. And I did enjoy that more than having to like give people my words, but it just was so much. Like prepping for the stuff that I do is not hard. Well, it's hard, but it's not like a heavy lift because I want to be doing it. When you're doing it for someone else's dream, it's just, I don't know, it was just different. So I know that eliminating that from like my like freelance mix was the right decision. I don't know why I've been shaking this for like 5 minutes. It's not that deep. This is a Sephora Matte Perfection Tinted Moisturizer. The Sephora collection is onto something. Their products are actually great, and I really like this tinted moisturizer. It's just enough to like even your skin out without you having to feel like you have like real foundation on. I've really been throwing my hat into the ring more with freelance writing. I definitely don't have a flow down yet of like managing who I'm pitching, where I'm pitching, how I'm pitching, and how often. I did an article for XO Nicole at like the tip of the year, and I do plan on hopefully writing more for XO Nicole in the future. Sorry, I'm looking in the viewfinder. I'm using it as a mirror. Like incredibly like a mirror. I found love. A lot has happened in 2019 so far that has, like my therapy journey definitely got heavier in a good way. That has stopped me from focusing solely on the blog. So in like August, September, I did a brand consultation with Fatu of AB Media Group, who is also a really good friend, but also like a PR, marketing comms, experiential maven who I respect from a professional perspective a lot. And I just sat with her and I was like, this is where I'm at, this is where I want to be, help me roadmap this. Because sometimes as a creative you have to take a step back and realize you are too deep in your own process to always be able to like hack it out yourself. So we have been working on that, and I have so many good ideas, and honestly I feel like if I am disciplined enough, 2020 could be a huge year for my brand. And so yes, I cut out the like client services portion of what I do. I've been focusing more on freelance writing and pitching brands for sponsored content because I want that to become a much bigger model. I'm here on YouTube as well as on the blog, and I'm just covering some spots with this Bare Pro concealer in the shade dark medium. You know, like after your period's over and you still have all those like residual, yeah, just gonna get rid of those. Okay, I was sent this blush and bronze palette by Jora. It's the Sunset palette. It's a like I said, a blush and a bronzer. So it kind of goes from like highlight to blush to bronzer. I just kind of take some of these like little shades usually and like pat it in my cheek and on my eye. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to rub this in my eye just to warm up your eyelid a little. My friend Jordan, who is like my beauty fairy godmother, basically anything I know about makeup and beauty I've learned from Jordan. I think she told me like once 2 years ago, you just like warm your eyes up a little, like put a little something on your eyes to warm them up. And that's like the only eyeshadow thing I've ever taken. Like I can't do anything else with my eyeshadow, but I'm always like, oh, let me warm my eyes up. She's probably like, girl, I told you 35 other things. Why didn't you do any of those things? Okay, I'm gonna do my fill in my brows off camera because I can't talk and do that. But I'm using this Sephora collection brow pencil. I haven't tried it yet, so we'll see how this goes. I was gonna get the Fenty one, but they did not have the shade that I wanted in stock at Sephora. I found love, for real love. All right, we are browed up. Pencil was okay. I don't love the brush. It's more of like a comb, like a hard comb, whereas most brow pencils come with like a spoolie, and I didn't love that, so I don't know if I'll be keeping this. I already know my favorite mascara is the Benefit Their Real mascara. It's like my holy grail of holy grails. I'm gonna also put that on off camera because like most girls, I just stand there with my mouth open while I do my mascara, and it's really, there's just no cute way to do that on camera. So I know this, like I said, the chit chat part of this was all over the place. I didn't really have a plan. I just kind of wanted to talk about figuring things out. And I know a lot of us are like in our mid to late 20s are in that still figuring it out stage. And I just think that we need to be more honest about how long that phase lasts, because I think that somewhere along the lines of the internet, we all decided that we would have our lives figured out by like 25. And that's just not feasible. Like at 26, I'm just kind of getting to the root of me, you know? I don't know why I thought I'd be able to do this part and talk. I also didn't expect this to be so pigmented. Looks way more pigmented than it is on camera. This is like that Sephora collection like watercolor lip tint. It's super moisturizing. Like my lips feel like I just put chapstick on, but I really wanted more of a gloss than a color. I don't know. What do you think? I'm gonna put some gloss over it. I'll be right back. All right, I just grabbed this like brown lip gloss from Sephora collection. I'm gonna throw it over because this is like a little reddish. I might have some Sephora returns to do today because I don't love that color. Definitely not what was pitched to me. I'm so glad that lip gloss is back. I know we all went through that like I only wear ColourPop matte finish lip colors, and it was a dark time. It's pretty, but It's just like way more than I would ever do on my like everyday makeup. Like I would normally just do this gloss, and I thought that the other color would just be very thin and like barely there, but it's certainly there. But anyway, this has been the most random get ready with me ever. I think the moral of the story is always be figuring yourself out. Don't be afraid to scrap it. Don't be afraid to start over. And don't think that you're the only one that doesn't have any idea what she's doing, because everybody's winging it. I believe that now more than ever. I believe there are fully grown people who are still just kind of like, I'll figure it out when I get there. And I think that's okay. I think that we are constant works in progress, and that's what makes being human bearable. The fact that you can always be a rough draft. Speaking of rough draft, that is another thing that I've realized in my work I need to get back to. My work in progress, my writing project, this book that I'm trying to get out of my brain and like onto paper, which is way harder than I ever thought it would be. And I always thought it would be relatively hard. So yeah, I want to talk more about that process too. There's just a lot that I want to document, and I really just need to get back into the habit of bringing my vlog camera with me. It got super dark in my room. Yeah, I just need to get back into the habit of just bringing my vlog camera with me everywhere and just not being afraid to pull it out and talk to you guys and worry about how it'll come together like after I've filmed. I don't know. I've been way too like hypercritical. I feel like the more comfortable I've gotten in front of the camera, the harder it's been for me to just like easily know what to create. Because before it's like there's certain content that you create to help you grow, but then once you hit certain, I don't know, it's a whole other weird creator thing. But this lighting is killing me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this get ready with me. Like I said, I know it was super random, but at least you get to see like my everyday like quick makeup look. It's literally just tinted moisturizer and a little concealer to like cover up any crazy spots. And then warm your eyes and put some lip gloss on. And yeah, a little peek at my skincare, because I do get asked about that a lot, and I think my skincare is relatively simple as well. I'm glad I got to share a little bit about the launch with you guys. Also make sure you're following me on Instagram, because I will make a huge announcement there, of course, and on Twitter as well, and just following the blog, because that's where you'll actually be able to purchase all of the shirt designs. There will be t-shirts and crew necks because fall is finally here. Yeah, I think that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.